Hello Cancer, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and it's time for June readings. I've got a new deck this time. It's called, wait a minute, gotta read the box. The Magical Hours Tarot. It's absolutely gorgeous. I tried doing a flip through earlier today, but it is the longest flip through in the history of tarot flip throughs. So I don't know if I'm going to post it or not. It might be too long. But you'll see in just a moment. It's absolutely gorgeous. In any case, this is going to be a general reading for a general Cancer audience. So please take what resonates and just leave the rest. I invite you to check out the videos for all of your major astrological placements, your big three. So that'll be your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck, but I always do that sort of off camera. I fast forward the video over that part and just get right into your reading. So I will shuffle and catch up with you as soon as I'm ready to lay out the cards for you. I'll see you in just a second. Okay, Cancer. Let's see what we've got. Justice. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Two of Cups. And the King of Wands. Okay. So the first card we have here, the Justice card, is typically, in my experience, about contracts. This could be job contracts, this could be rentals, escrow, you know, it's going to be different for different cancers, right? Depending on your situation, you'll know where it fits you. It's kind of paired here with the Three of Pentacles. So for a lot of cancers, this could be a job contract. This could be getting a new leadership role, getting a new gig, oops, something like that. But take it as it resonates for you. If it doesn't apply for you in the, oh, sorry, my table is so wobbly right now. If a job contract doesn't apply for you, take it as it resonates for you. There's very much the feeling here of fairness, right? Getting what's right and fair for you. There's also a piece about timing here because it's right next to the Seven of Pentacles, which is all about ripeness and timing. So there could be some delay here with this card. So it could be a contract that you have been waiting for or that has been held up. Or that is being held up a little bit, but certainly by, the end of the month, it looks like things are moving a little bit, like it's moving a little bit slower than you would like to, but that's just a phase. The Seven of Pentacles tells us that even though it's moving slower than you want to make sure that all of the elements that are fair for you are in place before it's finalized. You want to make sure when the Justice card comes up that you are negotiating fairly, you're reading the fine print, that you are getting out of the contract what is fair for you, what you think you are getting, not to make assumptions about what you're getting, but to be sure that what you need to be in the contract is in writing, right? So, especially if you're dealing with friends or family members, make sure to put it in writing, that sort of thing. But it does seem to be an exciting time where, even though things are moving slowly, by the end of the month, you're definitely going to feel more in charge, more proud, more sort of potent. The King of Wands is that kind of large and in charge kind of character. Just sort of as a early validation. This reading does have a happy ending. Let's put it that way. So the Justice is the one major Arcana card. So this is kind of like the big, like the main sort of, I would say, focus. It's kind of where most of the emotional, mental energy goes, right? Making sure that this works out, that this has everything that you need, especially since the timing has been delayed or there's some sort of timing issue around it. But it is an improvement, a step up, or an up leveling. There does seem to be a piece of this that is about a connection, making a connection. It's not going to be romantic for everybody, but for some folks, their contract does have to do with a connection. So it could be, for some folks, again, not all cancers, but for some cancers, this could be a marriage, an engagement, or going into business with a partner, going into business with a friend, something like that. This could be a business merger, something like that. For some cancers, this Two of Cups is going to be unrelated to the contract piece. This could just be a date or a relationship or a social engagement that is separate and distinct from this. I will say with regards to the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is a card that suggests options, ideas, having, being in that kind of a seeking mode, looking for alternatives. And again, you can see even with the artwork on this card, right? Let's get this more in focus. There we go. So we have a lot of kind of ideas, alternatives, options, these are like plan B, C, D, E, and F, having some kind of plans that are up in the air, and it feels like it might be related to a timing issue. While some things that you are nurturing or some things that you're waiting on that haven't quite ripened yet or haven't quite come through yet. And it looks like maybe there's some options you have waiting in the wings that you aren't sure which way to go. I would say that this card is suggesting you don't need to overthink or add too many other details onto what you're waiting for while you're waiting for this thing to come through. It seems like you want to try to keep yourself occupied, or you might be worried about this thing not coming through, and have all these contingency plans that don't that don't need to, might not be worth your time to consider or worry about. The thing that's most important is taking a little bit longer than you had hoped, and this other stuff is just a little bit of clutter, I would say. That it's okay to just go ahead and focus on this thing that's taking a little bit longer, that you've already put this effort into, and you don't need to worry about how long it's taking. It's just a phase. You don't need to try to bring in all of this other stuff. I think you'll know what I'm talking about, or at least for whoever needs to hear it, they'll know what I'm talking about. But there's something that's taking longer than you had hoped it would, but that doesn't mean it's dead or it's never going to happen. There's a lot of other options that you might be trying to make happen that's actually stealing time and stealing energy from the thing you can really be focusing on, actually. So I hope whoever needs to hear that receives that message, okay? Because there is this contract that is going to be finalized, if it hasn't already. Just make sure that you have everything you need that is fair for you in that contract, even if it's taking longer. And make sure, especially if you're dealing with family, loved ones, friends, that you get what you need, that you get what is fair in writing, that it will be a leveling up. You're about to be getting some sort of recognition, and some cancers definitely are going to get some sort of recognition, like a job, or some sort of recognition in their hobby, or in some talent that they have. They'll receive some sort of recognition. Whether you're going into business with someone you adore, or whether there's a sort of a love connection happening, the Two of Cups indicates a time when you make a really lovely bond with someone who gets you, and you get to be your true sort of messy self with someone. Again, I feel like I've almost belabored this a little bit too much, but whatever you have been working on and put your blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of time into, your harvest is just around the corner. Don't worry too much about some of these other kind of alternatives or options. I wouldn't put too much effort or time into some of these other maybe daydreams or fantasies. You've got these other things that are more substantial, that are coming along, even if they aren't exactly where you wanted them to be just yet. By the end of the month, you're going to be feeling very proud and very much sort of the master of your domain, no matter your gender or expression. You're going to be feeling like the boss, large and in charge. I should say, some of you will feel very aware of an up-leveling. You yourself may have a new boss, but you'll feel very aware of graduating to a new level with a new contract, or a new job, or a new role. Some of you may have an awareness of a new special connection in your life. Could be romantic, it could be platonic, it could be business, could be artistic, could be someone you can bond with creatively. But again, the sort of main message with the first card is that There's a fair contract that is sort of finalizing, even if it's finalizing more slowly than you had hoped. Just don't waste too much time in sort of worries or fantasies of how to replace what has not yet arrived, because your harvest is coming. Okay, as always, take that as it resonates for you. I hope that's helpful. Cancer, thank you so much for dropping by. If that was helpful, I hope you'll consider leaving a like or subscribe, leave a comment. In any case, take good care. Until next time, bye for now.